The second quality, very similar, Adambhitvam. Adambhitvam is unpretentiousness. And you see how these qualities all go together. Unpretentiousness is about not pretending to be greater or different than who you are. Why do we do that? In India, we see this with weddings. And you see it at all levels of weddings. It is a show. And we want to show the world, this is our level of wealth, even though it's more than what we can afford. In the academy, we take care of our staff. So we have investments for them. We also give them a house. So we build a house all in their name. They can leave anytime. The house, the investments are theirs. But the time we have trouble is when one of the children are getting married. Because they want to invite the entire village to the wedding. And this is the culture. So imagine, especially if it's a daughter, one daughter, okay, all few years salary gone. Two daughters, debt. Third daughter, suicide, which is true. Now how to educate? Because they come, they ask for a loan. No loan. Why do we do this? Why do we go all the way to bankruptcy, take out a loan? Because the weakness for other people's opinion. This weakness, it's even positive also. You want to please others. So we have this weakness to please others, and because of this weakness to please others, we get exploited. We get taken advantage of. We lose the power. We've got to be on guard. And the simple thing is, just be who you are. Sometimes we get invited to some of these larger weddings, industrialists, etc. And you can see how people have gone to the designer stores and they've gone for a particular look. They want to make sure they get something new so that the cousin doesn't say, oh, I remember you wore that in 2007. You know, as if they're keeping a log of when you wore what. No, I saw you wore that, yes. And then, Avanya and myself, what to wear to these functions? We go in uniform, standardized. Simple kurta, dhoti, traditional Indian clothing. And the irony is, everybody's wearing something to get noticed. We are going in simple traditional clothing. And when we walk in, everybody's looking. This is the irony of life. You can be attractive. In fact, you will be attractive if you wear your values. If you wear yourself. That's the attraction. Whatever you are, be that. Unpretentious. Stop pretending. It's as simple as that. And when you are pretending, so much of work. Constantly keeping up with that person's expectation. Now, what is the problem there? When you are trying to please another person or keep up to their opinion, what is the problem in trying to keep this charade going? Yes? You'll be stuck in an endless cycle. Why? Why is it an endless cycle? Exactly. You're keeping up with their desires. So it's not as if, so for those of you who have tried to be good sons, good daughters, good spouses, is your spouse, is your parent ever satisfied? They will look for the one thing, say, you did not call me on my birthday. You did not come to India when I was sick. They will take the one time and criticize you on that. And even if you do all of that, they will want more. Why? Because everyone is operating on the mind, and the mind always wants more. So we must understand this and say, the best way to be true to others, true to ourselves, is just stop pretending. Unpretentiousness. So how do we dress? How do we be? How do we decide? William Shakespeare gives a very practical advice. He says, you don't have to be simple, like these Vedanta Academy people. He says, be rich, not gaudy. To be rich means live at your status. So whatever your status is, be that. If it's a Honda status, fine. Mercedes status, fine. Whatever your status, wear it elegantly. But when does it become unpretentious? Adambhitvam. When does it become gaudy? Is when you pretend to be something more than you are. And the simple way is, can I afford it? And as soon as you get into debt or you take out a loan, why are you taking out a loan? What's the psychology of it? You want to be something more that you aren't right now. And that is an endless cycle. You feel poor. You will be gaudy. Just be what you are. And if the wealth increases, you can change the status, no problem. So be what you are at whatever level. And as the level changes, you're welcome to change. Be rich, not gaudy. Never be more than what you have. So simple. Practical advice. And the second part is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, it is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. So yes, we get influence. When we're in the world has an influence on us. It's easy. It is also easy in solitude to live after our own. So we think when you're in the world, you've got to do what the world says. And if I isolate myself from the world, then only can I be myself. Saying, no. What makes a person great? What makes a person wise? The great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. Can you be you in the crowd? Avani and myself have been quite consistent with our family. We come from a business family in South Africa. And one of the things that we have avoided is dinners, late night dinners. Because dinners means late nights. Late nights mean late mornings, and the mornings are our best time. Study, exercise, good breakfast, all by 8:30. Fantastic. What a day. What a way to start the day. So to do that, we've got to avoid late nights. So our family has understood if Sudhakar and Avani are coming for dinner, they're going to leave early. We rather invite them for lunch if we want to spend time for them. So they've understood. So for the first time in 22 years, we were in South Africa for New Year's Eve. So of course the family is having New Year's Eve party. Okay? So they invite us for New Year's Eve party. At 10 o'clock, we excused ourselves. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. No one asked us to stay. Not because they don't like us, but because we've been consistent. They understand this is what they do. So there's no criticism. They just understand this is the way they are. And this is what we can do by being unpretentiousness. You have values, be proud of them.